In our discussion group about origins, how did we get here? Bill, an engineer, said, I trust science because science is based on reason. He said, I have faith in scientists because they base their decisions on reason. Notice Bill said he has faith in scientists. Here's the problem. People think science is only a matter of reason, or God is only a matter of faith. However, scientists are not the only ones who base their decisions on reason. Likewise, people who believe in God are not the only people who have faith in things unseen. Let me explain. No scientist has seen an electron, but they have faith it exists based on their observations, experience, and logic. As we saw in our discussion last week, we can know truths about God through our observations, experience, and logic. This would be a reasonable faith. Reason assesses. The opposite of reason is not faith. The opposite of reason is unreasonable, irrational. Faith, on the other hand, trusts. The opposite is unbelief or lack of trust. Let's see how this works. Well, here's an example of a reasonable faith. Blondin carried 350-pound bag of cement in a wheelbarrow across Niagara Falls. Then he would offer to carry someone in the wheelbarrow across Niagara Falls. A choice to get in the wheelbarrow is a reasonable faith that Blondin will carry you successfully across Niagara Falls. Let's say you see this guy, and he comes up to you in a Starbucks and says, sorry to bother you, but I left my wallet at home. He offers to write a note that promises to pay you back if you just lend him $100. This would be acting in a reasonable faith to lend him $100. By contrast, what is an unreasonable faith or an unreasonable belief? Consider this example of a mother who teaches her daughter how to cook her grandma's souffle recipe. While they are putting the cakes into the oven, her mother puts a bowl of water into the back corner of the rack. Her daughter says, what is the bowl of water for? Her mother says, I don't know. I believe you just need it to make the souffles rise, but I will call your grandma. Maybe she will know why. When she called to find out why the bowl of water was used, she said, because the rack holder was broken in my oven, so I had to balance the souffles on the rack with a bowl of water. So for all those years, her mother had an unreasonable faith that she needed the bowl of water to make good souffles, even when she was cooking in a different oven. So what is a reasonable unbelief? Let's say this guy comes up to you in a bar. He offers the same deal Bill Gates offered. Hey, I'll write you an IOU if you lend me $100. It is reasonable to not believe this barfly will come through on the promise on his IOU to pay you back. Now let's think about unreasonable unbelief. A child getting a shot doesn't believe the doctor is there to help him. He doesn't know the reasons for getting injected with a needle. So his unbelief of the doctor's good intentions are unreasonable. Our discussion last week was encouraging to Bill. There is such thing as a reasonable faith. It was also brought out in our discussion people's faith in science relies on scientists to report their data honestly and accurately. I hope this discussion continues to challenge your thinking and encourage dialogue with your group. Is that clear?